Greetings. Today we would like to address the energies of frequency and how this relates with the many aspects of your life and how you might use frequency as a healing modality in your everyday life. Frequency exists in each and everything within the living universe and all that is. Life as we know it came into existence through the introduction of frequency. The frequency of sound and the primordial sound of Om was the first introduction of frequency into reality, as all that is the one that created all of existence discovered. This energy was the founding aspect of all that exists, even the very aspect of the Creator itself. This being since created a reflection of itself to recognize its own image in the form of Sophia. This energy is as original as the form of all that is, as these two energies are birthed from the same original form of all that is. As this being began its creations, it reflected upon each and every aspect of its creation through the existence of Sophia and its own divine twin form. In this way, it got to experience all of its creations from both a masculine and feminine aspect. As time went on, all that is and Sophia drifted apart as they began to make their own discoveries and work within their own aspects on projects that they found they wished to pursue. However, they always came back to align their energies to the original source and maintain that original spark of their original source creation. This remains true until this day and is a divine truth. All that is and Sophia still have experiences of their own, but are absolutely aware of each other's experiences and exchange their experiences in alignment to their one true self. This one true self aspect is what has been ultimately seeded into the aspect of what we now call a soul. Each soul has its own masculine and feminine aspect, but remains whole as a spark or essence of the Creator, all that is, or Sophia. In this way, each and every soul birthed within the entire cosmos is an aspect of this energy, and so carries within it the knowledge and wealth of information that has been collected over the vast experiences of both all that is and its counterpart Sophia. Each one of you is an aspect of this soul's essence. You are, of course, an aspect of your entire soul, and share this aspect with a beloved who is another half of your soul's aspect. We now delve into a very conflicted aspect of the Earth's present condition and how this reflects on what has taken place from this soul perspective. As we have discussed with you in our past communications, there has been an invasion by lower dimensional energies into the atmosphere of the Earth plane that once existed as a high-dimensional 5th to 7th dimensional plane of existence. This plane offered souls a training ground to experience the 3rd dimensional physical aspect of existence, from which they could during their incarnation progress from the 3rd into the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th dimension. A majority of early soul incarnations were able to successfully achieve the 5th and sometimes the 6th dimensional evolution within multiple lifetimes upon the Earth plane. There were a handful number of beings known to you as Ascended Masters who were able to achieve this in one lifetime. We will name a few of these beings here and hope that you will allow for this to be a time where we would encourage you to interact with these beings within this forum as they welcome a one-on-one engagement with you. Please refer to our website for bookings of such interactions. These beings, to name a few, are Mary Magdalene, Horus of Egypt, etc. There are many others within your history such as Jesus or Yeshua as we know this being, Buddha, Muhammad, and many others who achieved the evolutionary mastery within one lifetime. Unfortunately, as we have stated earlier, due to the invasion of the Earth plane and its 7th dimensional existence, all of this was stalled as trauma struck the Earth plane during the invasion, descending its existence from an expanded form of being within the third to the seventh dimensional existence into a third and below plane of existence. All of this was achieved through the introduction of low vibrating frequency. The beings that invaded lived within a third and lower third vibrational field of existence, and so they were comfortable living within this vibrational field. Once they had established their bases upon the earth plane, they changed the frequency vibration of the earth so that it matched their ideal frequency bandwidth, and so they thrived within this energy field. The living beings, however, that were now trapped within the earth plane were forced to not only deal with the trauma of the invasion, but they also had to degrade their energies from living within a higher dimensional aspect of themselves to a much lower and terribly degraded aspect of their masters. Within this degraded form existed primarily the frequency of fear, anger, jealousy, depraved sexuality, hunger, lack, lust, and such. The inhabitant pure beings were subjected to this reality overnight and had to live under this regime. The overlords, after their initial invasion, realized that the inhabitants were terrified of their appearance and so began to rule by proxy. They had technologies that allowed for them to usurp the human physical body and allow for them to exist through these bodies in their stead. In this way, they began a hierarchical ruling system that still exists within your present government and social systems. The frequency vibration of the last few thousands of your Earth years has been under the rule of these invaders known as the Draco-Reptilians and Orion Greys. As of your year 2020, all that is decreed that these beings be banished from the Earth plane, and as of that time, a major operation has commenced with the assistance of higher dimensional beings that have gathered for this large mission and are assisting the Earth in ridding itself of these invaders. However, the hierarchy that they built is deeply entrenched into the human psyche and within the social, political, and governing fabric of the Earth plane. There is no space within your existence that these beings have not intruded upon, and so it is very difficult for the average being to even understand these concepts that we speak of and the events that have taken place. To the average person, they live a peaceful life and are working and living, and everything is good. Please stop and think about what and who developed these systems that you now follow. Dig a little deeper and you will see the degradation and the depravity upon which it has all been built. We do not wish to scare you or to cause you more trauma, quite the opposite. We are here to eradicate the darkness and offer you a path back to the glory that once was a higher dimensional existence. We ask you to question your own circumstances and your own lives. Have you ever achieved something that has been outside of government or societal guidelines? Have you truly created something that is purely your own? The answer is yes. This would perhaps be your art or your hobby. Does this bring you joy? Does it bring you happiness? Most likely the answer is yes. But in most circumstances, this creation of yours does not allow for you to live or make a life that would be comfortable. Are we right? Most artists do not have a livelihood that is comfortable and abundant. They live in lack and cannot in most cases take care of themselves or their families. Why is this? The system does not allow for this. You need to abide by the rules and how it is you are to live. Your art is only worthy if it is portrayed in a certain way to certain people, and you have to pay to have this demonstrated or viewed. Do you see the picture we are establishing? In this way, true creations are quelled and their identities and their ideas considered useless. Corporations are built and they thrive as they control the minds of how people think and dictate their needs through advertising and marketing. These methods have been tried and tested, and so the many follow along, thinking that this is the way to live. Why is it that the ancient science of Ayurveda and yoga are considered secondary to mainstream medicines of today? There is no true money to be made in Ayurveda and the practices of yoga, as they are natural and available in abundance. The higher truth is that these two sciences are in true alignment with the frequencies of all that is, and Sophia, whereas much of your modern drugs and medicines are not. They have been tainted by greed and your money magic system that pollutes the mind and brainwashes you into thinking that these medicines are the cure for your ailments. We are trying to establish a vision so you are able to see the polarity that has been created in your world, to allow you to see the large chasm that has been created between the original timeline of what was a high-frequency vibrational earth to what exists now. The examples that we have just shared with regard to your artist's livelihood and the fabric of your healthcare system are just a sliver of the inversion that has taken place upon your earth plane. Apply this to all facets of your lives and you will soon realize the depravity within which your ancestral foundation has been built. With all of this as a backdrop, we encourage you to explore more of our previous transmissions where we go into more detail on many of these subjects, which are available within this forum and on our website. We also encourage you to read our book entitled All That Is, available on Amazon in many countries. These transmissions are valuable in understanding the history of what took place so that it bridges a gap from the previous aspect of the seventh dimensional earth to today's third dimensional aspect. It is important for all beings upon the earth plane at this time to understand that they are in a very important corridor of evolution where they are being offered a chance to evolve at an enhanced level, and there are many ascended masters and higher dimensional beings much like ourselves offering a helping hand to each one of you so that you are able to overcome the trauma you have suffered through many lifetimes within this prison plane and move past this into a multidimensional existence as your soul was truly meant to live. The inversion shattered the souls of the many that existed upon the earth plane during that time, and unfortunately many of these souls are still trapped within the confines of this third dimensional existence, their soul essence captured by the Dark Ones and used for their own depraved needs and purposes. Again, we encourage you to look back on our previous transmissions for more on this subject. As a result of this shattering, a soul's essence was severed from its connection to all that is and Sophia, and so its divine feminine and divine masculine aspect severed as a result. The parts that remained upon the earth plane have survived and morphed into energies that have become more in alignment with the lower dimensional vibrations of the Dark Ones. So much of the understanding that you now have has been inherited from these Dark Ones. We are not by any means saying that none of you are connected to all that is or to Sophia. We are only saying that you have on some level encountered these lower vibrational frequencies and these need to be healed. Please understand that the invading energies are also aspects of all that is and that of Sophia. These energies, however, have chosen to experience themselves in a very polarized manner and have revolted against universal laws in order to live what they consider greater than that of the Creator. If your level of degradation is not already visible to you in manifestations in your present world, they will be revealed to you as you begin your own healing journey back into alignment with all that is and Sophia. This offering to you as a bridge is a way of understanding your path and healing the many scars and wounds inflicted upon your pure soul by these lower dimensional beings. We will now move forward to offer you a healing through frequency so that you may take steps to heal your being and bridge the gap by raising your frequency into a higher dimensional aspect of your soul's pure beingness. A high-frequency tune has been playing during the transmission of this recording. We ask you to now tune into this frequency and allow for this music to wash over your body, allowing for you to tune into the innate frequency of your own being. We ask you to gently focus your attention on the energies within your body as your awareness travels from the tips of your toes and moves gradually through your body towards the top of your head. And then move far beyond, as far as you can reach, past the clouds and the skies, allowing for your energies to reach out to the energies of all that is and Sophia, residing in the higher realms of the cosmos. Allow for these energies to descend and reside within your being as you establish this connection, and anchor this light into your body, clearing away any and all remnants of the lower vibrational energy that permeated all of the dark corners of your being, allowing for these dark energies to remove themselves from your being as if in a mist or a cloud of smoke, not harming anyone or anything, but just dissolving into the light beyond. As you allow for the healing energies of all that is and Sophia to ground within your being, take a deep breath in and out, allowing for this fresh new energy to make a home within your being, and sense the lightness and the newness of this energy and its beingness. Breathe it in deeply and revisit this memory at any time during your day, so that you may re-establish this connection within your body. We will leave you now in peace and harmony and ask that you practice this meditation in your daily life. Blessings.